Hey guys, welcome back to part 9 of the Mini Pinzgauer 6x6 off-road vehicle build. In this part, we're actually going to be getting a lot more done on the front. Last episode, if you guys saw, we bead rolled all this stuff and just did a lot of cool stuff on this front end here. So we're hoping to fill this in and hopefully maybe work on some cab work or maybe some doors. We'll see what we can get done in this episode. But first off, we're going to go over the CNC. I got some parts drawn up for some bumper hangers, so we're going to work on a bumper next. So I drew this panel up about a month ago, and I just cut it out recently, and I wasn't super happy with the fitment on here. I was off a little bit on my measurement. It's kind of weird angles. Right here it just didn't fit very well, and I wouldn't have been happy with it. Just would have made a little more body work down the road. This is 20 gauge, super affordable, so I just made a little bit of modification to the part and sent a new G code out to the Crossfire table. Cut this one out and it fits perfect. So gonna tack this one in and cut another one out for the other side. Pretty happy how these side panels turned out here and the bumper. Pretty good. Now we're going to actually move on to starting to create kind of the framework for the roll bar and the windshield frame, stuff like that. Of course, this is just mocking something up here to try to figure out my height. These proportions are kind of weird because it's scaled down so small, so some of these proportions out here are really not going to look exactly like the Pinzgauer. It is what it is. I still need to be able to sit in here and drive it, so it's going to be about this height. And it's not going to go vertical like this either. The Pinzgauers, they tilt in a little bit. I don't know the degree. So I'm going to measure this and try to find something. I'm thinking about 5 degrees tilt in, and we'll go from there. So let's start cutting this stuff and welding it together. All right, you guys, I'm pretty happy how this turned out. The proportions, like I said originally, are a little bit awkward because it has to fit a full-size person, but it's a much scaled down, smaller version of the Pinzgauer. But I think it's going to be really neat. It's going to provide roll bar protection. It just actually has a more of a feel of a real vehicle now, which is cool. And we're not going to be able to finish the back supports up because back here, the Pinzgauer actually has a slanted back section, kind of a strong pillar right here. And we have to finish the bed before we can do that. But what I need to do now is go over to the CNC. Got some parts drawn up for a bunch of little corner gussets to make this roll bar a lot stronger. So let's go cut those out next. 22 pieces cut in a matter of minutes on 1/8 inch, super clean. Got these little tabs on here that I just need to snap out of here. Keeps the parts from falling in the table or getting hung up on the tip of the CNC cutter. Some people ask me how I actually nest all this stuff together. I do it myself in the drawing program. I think Fusion has a nesting program part in there. I never use it. Basically, all this stuff's gonna come up on the Fusion 360 tutorial I'm coming out with pretty soon. But basically, like this part, I drew it and I spun it, flipped it over here on the drawing program, and then just copied it up to here and so on, and just fit all the stuff together as tight as I possibly can. And it cuts out beautifully. All right, let's go take these over, clean them up, and start welding them up on the roll bar. All right, well, we are gonna wrap up the video here. Video is getting a bit long, and I'm actually between stages on this thing. I didn't get the gussets hooked up on the roll bar, but it's gonna be one of those things that are gonna come in the next video. One thing I did do was actually install the longer drive belt in here, and it's not squealing when you're actually holding on the brake. So that was good, that fixed that. I still need to do a shifter lockout cable. That's coming up pretty soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I think in the next video here, we'll probably try to get this thing driving around a little bit more. I'm gonna start working on the bed. I got some sheets of metal on it right now. I'm hoping to bead roll them to give them kind of a truck bed look. Finish up the rest of this cab right here and start working on a roof on it. It's coming along pretty well. And we didn't get time for doors in this one, but hopefully some nice little doors in the next video. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.